Surviving Hurricane Sandy.
Hello, I'm Matthew Corrigan. I'm 17 years old, native of Rockaway Beach, and I survived Hurricane Sandy. As you can see, this is just a portion of the devastation that Hurricane Sandy left behind. One of the houses on my block.
Sandy started out as a tropical storm in the Caribbean Sea on October 22, 2012. On October 24th, Sandy officially became a hurricane when it struck the island of Jamaica. The storm made landfall in the United States on October 29th, hitting the East Coast very hard. New York City, Long Island, and parts of New Jersey were badly damaged. A typical hurricane is about 300 miles wide. Hurricanes that hit the U.S. form over the Atlantic Ocean. They start when warm, moist air rises above the water. This movement stirs up strong winds that start to swirl. As the warm air rises, it cools. This causes storm clouds and rain to form. When the strong, swirling winds hit 74 miles per hour, you've got yourself a hurricane. In some areas, Sandy produced wind gusts of up to 94 miles per hour and caused the ocean to surge to more than 12.5 feet above normal. Rockaway, where Matt lives, was one of the hardest hit areas.
For years we've been having hurricanes and it hasn't really been a big deal. I mean, through Hurricane Irene, I pretty much slept through the entire thing. And we usually get about maybe a few inches of water in the basement, so no one ever thought it was going to be as bad as it was. We were standing on the porch, we were over there on the side trying to make sandbags, trying to keep the water from going in the basement. It didn't do too good. It started coming down the street, pouring down the driveway. Lights kept the whole neighborhood, like the lights kept going on and off. And then, before you know it, it's just pouring into the basement. You look like Niagara Falls.
So it was coming through the floorboards, and it would start like in the middle of the house, and it kept just getting higher and higher.
That's probably when I heard the scariest thing, was when I heard my mom ask my dad, "You think the house will stand?" And he says, "I don't know." And that's when my neighbor Richie knocked on the door and told us to come over to his house, which is higher.
The night of the storm, we had 17 people in the house. 3 dogs, I don't know what other pets, children brought in. I think there was about 6, 7 kids, and it was very chaotic.
We just focused on what we had to do. What we had to do was, save everybody else, try to get everyone together, and try to last through the night, which was what we did. Here's the water line. It's about right there. It's still there. It was that high in the house. That's about like 4 or 3 feet. You don't realize how high a house is until you start going down, experiencing something like this. Take a step down. It's like up to above your knee. You come down here. It's up to your waist.
It's like right here.
Cold, disgusting water. And then you came down here, and it was just up to your stomach. So we had to go across the street. We had to get our friend Chris's mom, and we had to get his grandmother to bring her across the street. I had to carry a dog. The really scary part was when you went up to the 3rd floor of my neighbor Richie's house. You looked out through the back, through the front. You just saw fires were on both sides of you. One was coming from Breezy Point, and to the left there was about a fire about 13 blocks away. But it looked like 4. It looked like it was right around the block.
Out-of-control fires caused by sparks from wet electrical wires ripped through the area. More than 100 homes burned down, including the home of one of Matt's friends.
This is my good friend Ray's house. Well, he'll be back soon, but he got it a lot worse than we did. He got flooded, and he also got everything he ever had in his life lost. So.
When the storm was over, it left a tremendous amount of destruction in its wake. In total, more than 8 million homes lost power, and thousands were badly damaged. More than 100 people died. Rockaway was devastated. It took a very long time and a lot of hard work to repair the damage caused by Hurricane Sandy. In fact, some areas are still being repaired, nearly 1 year after the storm. As of July 2013, Matt and his family were not yet living in their house because it was still being repaired. In Rockaway, the storm-ravaged beach has been cleaned up. Homes and businesses have been repaired. For many homes, those repairs included being raised 3 feet or more off the ground to make them safer in case of future storms.
The neighborhood was just so, like I said, how we're all close. It just like people went out and helped each other out, even when their houses were destroyed. We just cared about each other around here, and we're pretty much one big family. And it's just a great place to live. A lot of friendly people. There's a lot of history here, and hopefully we can get back to the way it was. And I'm really hoping that happens. I just want to get on my bike and ride around my neighborhood again and see everyone I know. I haven't been able to do that for a while.